as the Baylor line is ready to welcome the Bears onto the field. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Bears will kick it off to get us underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Horned Frogs offense will have the first possession of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, TCU! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bears offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Gets it to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Morrison. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Bears will punt it away on fourth down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Oh, what a move to get room. Off he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He's got his man. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Boone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Bears will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires to the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
The Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on 1st down. The short hands. It's Weir. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
He's racked up 92 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Back to throw, it's Boone. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Not a chance. Missed it. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game. It's still a 14-point lead, guys. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Quarterback on the keeper. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. A strike downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. 2nd and very short here for the offense. Handoff from the gun. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Give to the running back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Trying the left side. Shows him the stiff arm. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Got it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Powers forward. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This offense has converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. A 3rd time would put him in the end zone. Trying to punch it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. They fake it, and he'll try to run it in. It's a fake. Shades of Little Giants. The Mad Hatter is loose, and it's a touchdown. Misdirection off the fake created a running lane for the score off the fake field goal.
And you're just thinking, sell out. I'm going to sell out to block the field goal, and they slip it in there. You don't expect the run coming. That's why you call these fakes. They're surprises. To catch them off guard, and obviously the offense was ready, executed. Nice run, nice touchdown.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Power football with the run. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. He's piled up 112 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. Sweet cut there. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Feeling some heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, TCU! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Bears will have it 1st and 10.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. It's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. He'll do it himself. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Bears want to pick up the tempo.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Now from inside the red zone. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Runs into a wall, they'll give him 1 out to the 8.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter.
They intercept it. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Makes the grab over the middle. Good, solid tackle.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Finds a man on the right. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Quarterback moving. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Horned Frogs will hustle to the line. Back to pass, it's Boone. He's going to take off. Finds a crease at the 20. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. He puts 3 on the board. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
The Bears are in the hurry-up. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Just when they're looking run, now up top. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
And the Bears have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. And they can't make the connection.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
On third down, going up top. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Bears will line up to punt it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for room. It's Weir. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Yeah, and this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in first downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out.
Looking deep. He's got it inside the 30. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to collapse.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Makes his connection. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. They've converted twice on fourth down so far. Will they make it 3? The Horned Frogs have a first down.
Well, you were already 2 for 2, and now you're 3 for 3. So offensively, this is just a day that ends in Y. It's another day at the office, continuing to go for it on fourth down. And guess what? Continuing to have success.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll give it to the back. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Trying to bully their way in. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. After getting nothing on the last snap, let's see if they try to run it in on third and goal from the 1.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close, punch it in for...
Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops in, but it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They'll run it from the gun. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Bears want to move quickly. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He's going for it all. Touchdown, Bears! And once he got loose, it was all over. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that. Nice job.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quick strike complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They cut into the deficit the last time they had it, force the punt, and now they can really make this a game.
And you're right back in this thing. You're creating some momentum. You got the score. You got the stop. This offense, Jesse, has a chance now to make this an absolute barn burner of a ball game.
Yeah, it's one play at a time, though, right? You're not going to get it all back in one play. Just go out, do your job, execute, keep this thing going down the field. If things go well, like David said, we've got a game.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Gets it out quickly. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They're setting up the screen.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
On the move, it's Weir. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Back to throw, it's Boone. Grabs it in the middle. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The Horned Frogs are on the move. Leaves it with the back. Nice move to stay on his feet. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And this is so frustrating late in the game when you got to get the football back and you can't stop them. My goodness, this drive's been going play after play after play. This defense has got to find a way to bow up, make something happen, get a stop, and get the football back.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Second and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Quickly complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run the draw. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
The expressway is wide open. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They're going to throw it again. Snags it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. And the Bears in the hurry up. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Touchdown, Baylor! And here they come, almost all the way back. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. The give and tick, 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 tick. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Dances away again. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And how about that on 3rd down? You give it to your playmaker in the backfield, and he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
And he's a guy that you should be focusing on with this offense. He's definitely a game breaker. He's a guy that they starred, going into this matchup that they had to stop. 3rd down, money down. You figured they might probably get him the football. They do, and they get the first down.
The give to the tailback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On the move. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. And the Horned Frogs get it past the sticks. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.